Mr. G here, bringing you more science in the news. But before we get into CNN's latest scary headline, how about quickly looking at something that might be a little nicer? While southern states like Arizona, Texas, and Florida are struggling to contain COVID-19, over here in Rhode Island, things are looking somewhat better. New cases are trending and staying relatively low after an initial peak in late April, early May. This doesn't mean open everything up like those other states. In fact, it means continuing our distancing and usage of masks, especially with the recent reports sent to the World Health Organization that SARS-CoV-2 is in fact transmitted in the air. This makes masks incredibly important and follows the evidence where there's a strong positive relationship with mask usage and low transmission that was seen in Europe and certain parts of the United States during lockdown. Now let's jump over to CNN with news out of China. Chinese authorities confirm a case of bubonic plague in Inner Mongolia back on July 7th. In the Chinese region of Inner Mongolia, a city is on high alert. On Tuesday, they confirmed a case of a disease that has persisted centuries after it caused the most deadly pandemic in human history, the bubonic plague. The case was first discovered in the city of Bayonne, located northwest of Beijing, according to the state-run Xinhua news agency. A hospital alerted municipal authorities of the suspected case back on Saturday. By Sunday, local authorities had issued a citywide level 3 warning for plague prevention, the second lowest in a 4-level system. The warning will stay in place until the end of the year, according to Xinhua. The case was confirmed and officially diagnosed by doctors last Tuesday. The patient is being isolated and treated in a hospital and is in stable condition. CNN goes on to say that plague is caused by bacteria and is transmitted through flea bites and infected animals, and killed an estimated 50 million people, which was a third of the population in Europe during the Middle Ages, known as the Black Death pandemic. However, modern antibiotics can prevent complications and death if administered quickly enough. The article goes on about the threat and the danger and the symptoms of plague, and I'll link the article down below in the description, but it is this last point that is the most important here. Modern antibiotics are able to contain it. Plague is a bacteria. Unlike a coronavirus, bacteria have all the cellular machinery to live, grow, and reproduce on their own. So while they are more complex and much larger than a virus, that however makes them susceptible to chemicals that interrupt the reactions that allow them to live. The same isn't true for viruses. And while it sounds scary, plague has actually been in the United States since the 1900s. According to the CDC, plague was first introduced in the United States in 1900 by rat-infested steamships that sailed from affected areas, mostly from Asia. Epidemics occurred in port cities, and the last urban plague epidemic in the United States occurred in Los Angeles from 1924 to 1925. Plague then spread from urban rats to rural rodent species and became entrenched in many areas of the western United States. And so, plague has spread from the western United States further east, but still only 1 to 17 cases happen a year and are contained with antibiotics. Antibiotic resistance, however, is going to be a conversation sometime in the future. So whether it's the plague or like my last video, now in the upper right hand corner, on a new swine flu in China, we still have COVID-19 to primarily worry about and to fight. And it's going to end with masks. So make sure you're still wearing it. I promise the next video won't be as gloomy. You'll either see a Science Connections video or something good happening in science. Leave a like or comment about what else you would like to see. Thanks for watching.